This video, I'm going to be going over 24 things that you need to be doing in Madden 22. I guarantee by the end of this, you will learn something new. Number 1. Even when you're on conservative, you can make a ball carrier move as soon as you catch it. Watch this right here. We're going to throw it to B underneath, and then we're going to do a little spin move up. You saw the spin, and watch this. I'm going to show you I'm on conservative. There's no cuts right here, but come on. Coach adjustments. Ball carrier conservative. I'm going to show the spin move again. All you have to do is literally hit the button as soon as you catch it, and you're going to see that we are able to get this ball carrier move off. You can do trucks, juke moves, jurdles, hurdles, wordles, all of them still on conservative. This is a glitch in the game. Number 2. Use the right stick to be able to go for a low hit stick against some of these big guys, and you'll be able to take them down. You're going to see right here again, Derrick Henry is a big boy, and you are going to want to take out his legs. You're just going to flick that right stick down and go for the low hit stick. Now right there, you see if you do it a little too late, you're going to face the wrath of his
big meaty hands.
Nice.
Here's another example right here. We're going to get an open field. You're going to see that that's our best chance. That's Deion Sanders-esque type build, being able to make that tackle. I'm stressing this one because it's very important. You need to be using that right stick down. It's awesome in the open field. You see, like, seriously, do this one. Number 3. If you're going to be running in the open field with your quarterback, like I am right here with Matt Stafford, double tap X or square to make sure you slide so you do not take a hit. Now, this doesn't just work with quarterbacks. Watch right here. We're going to get into a skill player in the open field, and we are going to purposely fall down to avoid taking a hit. Right here, we have Tyler Higbee, big guy coming. We're going to fall down just a little pooper scooter, and it's going to avoid any kind of hit sticks. You will not fumble double tap X or square to do it. You need to note, though, that if you're on conservative, you cannot do this thing. It only works for balanced or aggressive ball carrier. Number 4. This is one that I always forget about. Inside your settings, click on game options and scroll down to defensive Heatseeker assist. Turn this on and you'll be able to make tackles so much easier. Thank you to Throne, by the way, for showing me this. Number 5. Stopping going in Madden 22 is way harder than it's ever been before, and the way you want to go about it is when you're running, take your hand off the turbo, and then when you want to stop, just take your hand off the stick. But just like that, you're going to see you're able to stop and go by just taking your hand off the stick entirely and then being able to start up again. Now, the best way to actually go about this is doing a stop and go, but then also doing a little wiggle move. So you can easily stop and then move like this, again, without holding the right trigger, not using turbo, which gives you a whole lot more momentum or a whole lot more control, and you're able to make people miss a whole lot better. Number 6. We're trying to find the best offense in Madden 22. A lot of them revolve around these corner routes right here that you see from Sammy Watkins. Finding an offense with these are so important because what you can do is what I'm going to do right here, and that is roll out, and you'll be able to throw them. When you roll out, it makes zones dumb out, and it gets them almost wide open. It gets nearly every coverage. But you can take this even a step further by doing what I'm about to show you right here. Instead of just rolling out, if you want to help that roll out, double team the last guy on that side that you can and block somebody on that side too. So you see how the D2 is above that defensive end. We're now going to snap the ball and look to roll out, and you see it's a much easier rollout in case they try to contain, and we have that laser beam on the sideline. Number 7. Now, another great way to spice up your offense is having a crosser route. You see on PA Counter Go, that little yellow route going across the middle of the field. This is what it looks like in the actual play art. It's the same idea with the rolling out. We're going to have this to attack the opposite side. Before we were attacking the same side as the receiver, now we're going across him, and finding a formation as both of these is going to be super good. Now, you see how the rollout gets him wide open. Cam Newton can't make a throw, which I'm not shocked. But the same tip applies that we showed earlier, where we're going to double team the last guy on that side, and it makes it so much easier to be able to roll out. You're going to see right here how last time we were a little pressured, this time we're not, and now Cam Newton's able to look like his former MVP self. Trips, tight end, bunch, deuce, close are all full of these types of routes. They are awesome formations to run. Hey, Editor Kenny here. Did you know I have a website now? Roll the ad. Looking to take your Madden game to the next level? Look no further than civil.gg for the best ebooks in the game. Choose from one of our 2 membership options and use code CIVIL for 25% off. All right, back to the video. Number 8. Now, obviously, putting in a big, strong running back for these short and goal situations is really, really important. But did you know that you could just go to your coaching adjustments and turn ball carrier onto aggressive for a higher chance to be able to break the first tackle? Now, you might fumble, but it is a little bit more of a chance that you'll be able to get into the end zone. You could also go blocking on aggressive. I just choose not to. Now, when we go to run this dive, we're more likely to be able to break our first tackle and get into the end zone. Blocking on aggressive, though, you might get a holding call, so that's why I'd like to avoid it. But you're going to see right here, let's see if we're able to fight, and we actually got to use a truck. There's a a perfect example. Number 9. The best ball carrier move in this game is by far the spin move. All you're going to want to do is dump it down underneath to somebody, or you can even do after a run, and then tap the B button up with the left stick pointing up, and you're going to see that little move right there that we're able to do. A lot of times this will dumb out defenders, and it'll make it just so much easier for you to cut up field than it usually would. Right here, we'll check it down underneath here, and right there, we actually double tap B to get that half spin. That's what happens when you spam it. Don't spam it. This right here is a perfect example when to exactly use it, as we're going to check it down to Y underneath right here, and then to hit that spin move to go up, and we even try to cut laterally with that spin move. We just weren't able to make it happen right there. This is, again, the best move. Do this, I promise you. Number 10. This is something I definitely do not condone, but it's really good, so I figured I'd show it to you guys. On these RPOs, like RPO Power Peak, for example, we're going to be able to take off with our quarterback, even though it's only designed to be a handoff or a pass. Watch right here how with Lamar Jackson, that's who it's deadliest with, obviously. We're going to be able to not hand it off and then hold RT and be able to just sprint around the outside like that, and it's... it's really annoying to do, and we can go either way with it. We can really do whatever we want. This is really good against certain specific defenses. You'll see right here against man coverage, it's just a one-play touchdown. This is just kind of stupid and really shouldn't be in the game, but this is a second year, and honestly, I like anarchy. So here we go. Again, we're just going to take off, and you just see another huge gain, and we might actually, no touchdown, but a big gain. I like it. Number 11. This tip is very basic, but actually it's very, very useful for even the biggest of competitive players. Look at your opponent's offensive abilities. All you're going to do is hold RT and down the right stick. If you're on defense, you'll see all of these. And the other way would just be, they snap the ball, but the other way would just be able to hold RT, the right trigger, and push up on the right stick to be able to see the other side of the ball. This is really important to be able to see what they have on their team, especially in MUT. You see escape artist, and so he's fast, comeback, leapfrog, tight end apprentice. You can also do this by going into coaching and looking at it from here, superstar X factors, and literally just sorting by team if you wanted to. Okay, you can just do that. But seriously, do it, because knowing whether or not that's an acrobat at DB or if it's a one step ahead, it's a pretty big deal. Number 12. You need to learn when and how to lowball in Madden 22 when you're passing, and this is very, very easy and very, very effective. This is perfect for in routes, drags, maybe posts that you're trying to fit underneath the safety, curls especially. All we're going to do is snap the ball, and we're going to hold LT, and I like to even pass lead it down with the left stick, and you're going to see this low ball. It's really good with the possession catch as well, and you'll know you completed it because it says low pass, bullet pass. Now, for some reason, Mike Evans is just looking like he's taking a shit on the field, so we apparently have to dolphin dive out. Extremely useful when trying to protect the ball, and this is probably the safest type of throw you could possibly make. Right here, we'll low ball this wheel route where it actually got picked off by our other receiver, Antonio Brown. Good stuff. But you get to see how we get to protect the ball because it's much harder. We're going to keep it in front of the defender and keep our player protected. Right here, another low ball. It is something you need to add into your offense. Number 13. Learn how to high pass. This is perfect for high risk, high reward throws, especially in the red zone right here. All we're going to do is hold the left bumper, and I like to pass lead my high balls up with the left stick, but you don't have to, okay? Let's say a streak route right here. We're going to go for the aggressive catch and get our feet in. Again, very high risk, very high reward. These can get picked off after getting tipped up because it's a harder catch. Right here, we're going to go for the high ball out here, and I actually possession called it, although usually you will ag catch it. A very high risk because, again, it's such a hard catch to make in traffic that your players can get it tipped up and the ball can get picked off. But you also could get it above defenders' heads and be able to put it in a spot where only your player can really get his hands on the ball. Right, there's a perfect example to 6'6" Gronk. If there's a 6-foot linebacker underneath, he's going to have a lot of issues making that play. High balling and low balling is so important in Madden 22. Number 14. Another route combination that's good every single Madden, literally since I've been born, is the idea of a post and a slant going into each other. The play double post out of the Carolina bunch is a great example of this. All we're going to do is block our running back, then we're going to slant RB. Now you see how B is already on a natural post route? We're going to take RB and motion him across, and we're going to have a slant. Some people call this route combo a spaceship. Why? I don't know. But it beats man coverage. It's going to beat match. It's going to beat zone. It beats literally everything. Here's an example of me doing out of another formation, PA crossers out of trade Y flex. This route combo is just so easy to set up. We have a crosser from B. We're just going to motion across a slant now, and we already have it set up perfectly, okay? Post and a crosser stock, and then you're going to see right here, man coverage, both of them were open. If that was zone, one of them would have been open, or maybe both of them. Match coverage, bye-bye. This, you have to incorporate this into your offense to some extent. I know I do. Number 15. Defenses in Madden will almost always have some sort of tell. Watch right here as we go from a cover 2 look to a cover 3. Notice how the safeties told totally changed how they looked, and it's obvious to the defense. But there's something good right here. Inside our coaching adjustments, we can actually change this. All you have to do is go to auto alignment and change it to base align. Then, no matter what play you come out in, this will always look exactly the same. Watch right here, we're gonna come out in cover 2 man. Then we're going to go to cover 3 sky. Notice how there's just a little movement of the corners, but nothing crazy. This is the best way to keep your defense looking exactly the same. It's perfect for setting up blitzes. You want to use baseline if you want to disguise your coverages. I'll be using a ton of it this year. Number 16. Super unknown thing right here, so listen up. Everybody knows you don't want to hold RT as soon as you get the handoff because it makes it harder to cut. But what you don't know is that holding RT when you get the handoff actually makes them shed faster. You will get shed way quicker as soon as you hold RT than you will without it. I've talked to game developers of Madden and they have confirmed this. It's been a legacy thing in Madden for years. You could test it yourself if you want to. It's kind of hard to be able to actually physically see, but that is one of the biggest reasons why you don't want to hold RT. So when do you want to hold it? When you hit the open hole. Right here, I'm going to hold RT to be able to try to hit that open lane. But until I get into that kind of little groove of the offensive line, I don't want to hold it. Not holding it. Now I hold it, trying to cut up. But you see, even right there, as soon as I held RT, you will notice that sheds will become more frequent. This is a very real thing, a very big deal. Right there's my spin move. Yeah. Number 17. Very important that a lot of beginners don't know is that in any nickel or dime set, you can actually sub in a safety at linebacker. Not corners, but you can sub a safety in at linebacker. All you're going to do is hit Y or triangle on current gen. This works on both gens, by the way. And then just go to your linebacker position, click on him, and you're going to see how we can go from all of these different positions, from free safety, strong safety, and then obviously the linebackers as well. Now, the next tip, I'll just throw it in here as well, is that when you play defense, you need to be using either a linebacker or a safety. Using your defensive line is no bueno, not good. Please don't do that, or else you're gonna not run very good defense, because that's just don't do it. I promise you, don't use your D line. Number 18. Something that's so big in playing offense is learning how to bomb. Now, cover 2 is really easy to bomb. All you're going to do is turn big posts into big corner routes. Motion across, and you probably want to have a streak on the side of the big corner as well. Snap it, and just watch and learn right here. X is going to be wide open for a super beam. Cam Newton had to reel that one back. It's a little bit of a tight throw right there. If you have a route going underneath, it would have been even better. So let's do it again. And this right here would be an ideal route combo for it, okay? We take a big post, make it into a big corner. If you have a stock big corner, just use that. Now you see right here, that is how you bomb it. And you could even roll out and try to throw it as well. It'd be more open. Rolling out's always better. I love to roll out. All right, let's go to cover 3. Number 19. Bombing cover 3 this year is actually really easy. All you're gonna wanna do is have a receiver kind of close in, kind of tight like this, and have a wheel on that side. Now I like to have a streak on the backside like this. That's not as important, but watch the route combo on the left and the corner on the left, as this is going to get wide open. He's going to hesitate for a second, which is going to let you get this ball right above him. Now, to be able to throw this, you want some speed. DK Metcalf, and a great example of somebody to put right here. Wes Welker, bad example of somebody to put right here. But this is also against a non-pressed third too. Most people are going to run press on defense, which means this will be even more open. Again, you see that corner hesitate. Now we're able to get above his head. Bada bing, bada boom. It's a laser beam dot touchdown. Number 20. Bombing cover 4 is going to be pretty challenging this year, actually. What we're going to want to do is have a deep post route like this and have him as close to the center of the field as we can, because we're going to be bombing the opposite side quarter. Watch Metcalf right here as he runs across, and look when he's going to actually be open. See how he's open all the way on the other side? The only quarter that's getting bombed is a very far outside one. Now, I'll run this one more time for you guys to see the route combo. I'm in West Coast Playbook Gun Bunch, but you can do this out of a lot of different things. It's the formula that you need to know. Again, we're just going to double team this guy now to be able to try to help us roll out. And watch where Metcalf actually gets open. It's going to be all the way across field, and this can be a tight throw sometimes, but you see it right there again. It's a laser beam dot touchdown. Number 21. Every single year, man coverage is pretty decent to begin, but one of the best ways to beat man coverage in Madden 22 is by motion snapping your receiver. So you're just going to click onto them like I have here, and then push the D-pad in the direction you want to motion. Now, a motion over drag is really good against man coverage, but so are slants and everything else. As we're going to see, he's going to be able to beat the man coverage and just get ahead of him, which is a legacy thing in Madden 22, or in every Madden rather, as every single year, these motion posts, motion slants, motion drags really cook man coverage. And then on top of that, you want to put them around posts and other routes like that. You're going to see, again, he's going to be able to beat the man coverage, even though they tried to make a play right here, and this was even on all Madden. Number 22. If you're worried about the offense you play against running a bunch of read options, all you have to do is set the option defense to conservative or on aggressive, depending on how you want to play the QB. Now, if you forget to do this, you can actually do this inside of or during the pre-snap by hitting RB and then just hitting A or X as soon as that banner goes away, and you'll be able to actually choose which one you want your defense to play. I apologize for the banner. That's EA being the worst. Number 23. This one's pretty common sense, but don't have your best skill players who play offense or defense on kick or punt return, because as soon as you do, they're going to get really tired by making different ball carrier moves that you have on the kick return, and it's just going to limit them when they're actually playing. Make sure you have little like players who don't really play that much, even though right here Saquon's not tired. If he keeps doing this throughout the game, or if he took a big hit right there, he could get tired. Just don't have your best players on kick or punt return. Number 24. In Madden 22, when you're passing, you can actually click onto the receiver when the ball is in the air and make a little move to help you get better positioning. Watch right here as I'm going to click on to Jarvis Landry and actually get in a little bit of a move where I'm able to cut the ball off a little bit sooner than I usually would be able to. Watch again as I'm able to this time go for an ag catch, which can be the difference between a pick and an actual laser beam dot. All you have to do is hit B or circle when the ball's in the air and then just move a little bit, and you're able to see that we're able to make an actual little bit of a movement. And not only that, you can actually do it in a negative manner too. Watch right here, we're gonna lob a streak, and then we're just gonna swerve away. Okay, so that's an example of how much movement you do actually have. This could also be really useful for attacking the seams, throwing a dot, and then clicking on to be able to try to cut it off before a safety can get to it. This is really important and a pretty high level tip. If you found any of this stuff useful, make sure you check out some of my gameplay videos where I use all of these things in action, and hit the subscribe button for more stuff just like this.